talk about straight to the subject, either Ayurveda or Yoga, lifestyle, thinking process, and with because we try to also focus on the human psychology, which impacts our lifestyle, our selections, and all the consequences connected to it. So today I selected one topic which is a little different, but which I always think of. And we also talk to our patient and guest about food many times here because we have a bracket of Ayurveda. Can you hear me or do I need this? Okay. So keep live music. So what we do is, so many times we interact with our patients and get about the food. Though they know that yes, this is a health center, but sometimes what happens, our previous memories actually conflicts with the present scenario. That is where I thought to select this one that called 8 centimeter tongue versus our 150 centimeter colon. And entire digestive tract will be much longer, I think. Doctor, I think in 29, 30 feet, in centimeter will be more than 1,000. So that is where the conflict is actually in when you talk about food. It seems it's very simple because we don't think about food whole day, only we think out of the preference and out of some plans. So we'll go a little deep into it and see. I'm ready for any kind of argument, counter argument on that also. So this is the conflict happens between us, and usually there's a solution required. Usually, our entire conscious brain works to take care of the 8 centimeter. Because that is where we can taste the food. After that, we cannot taste it at all. But the effect of the food is just after that, it starts. And there is a proverb called, this is the kitchen of the health. So whatever goes here, according to that only your body will. So let's go a little deep. Down, side along. So this is our beautiful Indus Ayurvedic Center. I think you have seen many of this part already. These are our treatments, yoga, Ayurveda, and now we go here. We'll not stretch too much, 20-25 minutes, wrap it up. So my question to all of you would be that these 3 parts, human and body, can you train and have you trained in practically? I don't know theory or anything in your life. Have you tried it and was it or not? Simple. These are our hands. You can see. Any one of you. Have you ever trained your hand or anything? I think you have trained. Beautiful, sir. Sir, please. So, what was the training? Like one finger in particular place. So we could train. And do you think in the training your connection with your brain and the physical body was needed? Needed. Without that, it will not work. And after some time, it became a habit. Then you only see the muscle memory, and it automatically connects. But it cannot connect without the nerves connected. Any other experience you share? Little deeper, little funny. I would love training of hands. That is definitely it has for purpose we have done it, but out of wish, which is not needed, but you have trained something.
That's involuntary.
That's involuntary, but you have training. Training is voluntary. Anything? Sorry. Have you ever trained your hands? Let me give an example. Yes, please. Not?
Not stealing.
Okay.
training to have a good training.
Training to good handwriting. That's I'll come more gross level. Then I'll correct. Okay, okay. First, please first. Okay, great. Anything comes?
Make it.
Yes, that is also something because you can do it in any way. You can do anyway, but sometimes with guidance you try to see that this is how you have to pick up. This is where you should end. We started, so this is the first slide basically. So our question is, have you ever trained this part of the body? Or can you train? That's the question. Hand. No? Yes. Examine. Stitching is better. Okay. Lovely. Let me give you my example, practical example. I would love you to think practically in your life. You can know what you have done, you can connect them. See, I was to sports for my childhood and college, right? So I used to play badminton in right hand. And one fine day I thought, why not left hand? Okay, why not left hand? But my left hand, that time it was not even ready to hold a spoon like a right hand. Because that is my training from the childhood and I could handle. Now left hand I first started playing the badminton. It took me 1.5 months. And I was amazed that my left hand is equally, even today I can play with my left. Same thing I tried with batting. And to an extent I can still do the batting on my left. So this is what I'm trying to say, that whatever we are doing right now with our cross body, there is actually knowing unknowing training behind. Okay. Legs, an example. But she can give a lot of yoga postures. Little more. Swimming, fine. Each finger, So moving finger is different thing. I didn't put eyebrows here because I don't want to look funny. Can you move your both eyebrows? Yes, one. No. One by one. One by one. Did you train inside? This is what. Anything here? You see me? More exercise. It's possible. The moment you start cross body consciously, and your brain starts working accordingly, and it gets a similar. There will be a very little difference, which end of the day a person need to accept right left side, but it's all about how you use it. That's the thing. And obviously, brain we can train. We all. That's why this all. So, question is that right now our topic is 8 centimeter tongue versus our colon. What happens there? So, after the tongue, this is our entire digestive system, which is almost 29 to 30 meter long. Can you taste any food there? Moment it is passing through here. Moment it is in esophagus. After that, you cannot taste anything. I cannot taste it. It does its own work, what it has in it, and what my body can do with it. That's it. These are the two factors. There is no other factor can impact here. This is where, as a conscious person, for to live consciously, when we talk about wellness, Ayurveda yoga, it's all about conscious living. Without that also you can live. You can. But what you're trying to do, being conscious about making you a better person tomorrow, increase your output. What happens if I don't follow yoga Ayurveda today, not good lifestyle? End of the day, after some time, the output drops in many sectors. That is only our target. So we all agree that we don't have control in this part. Only we can do something so that this organs stays stronger, and that is not in one go. through these all changes, we are consciously selecting yoga, Ayurveda, naturopathy, anything, a good lifestyle. We keep them conscious. There is one more factor. Purpose of digestive system is what? In one line? That's it. There is nothing. That's the reason we have this total system here. So two factors can help. What? One thing you will keep this entire machinery perfect, strong with its optimum power. Another one is what I'm giving inside. So your control is there only on that part, not in this part. This part only, even though you do a lot of things to strengthen that. If that part is ignored, then it will not do its optimum work. It can be done. So this also known to us that what we eat, we are. Physically, we understand, protein means muscles and vitamins means mortality or carbohydrate means more energy. Do you know the psychological side of food? Anyone with experience or with by reading? What is the psychological side of food? What one notice? Yes, ma'am? How long? Because of the glucose in the body. Very good. And yes, little more psychological. Think about it. Have you observed any time when you change the food? Anytime thought process changes?
Food is missing. Also feel depressed about it.
What's gonna?
Depressed as well. The food isn't good enough.
Isn't good enough. Oh, I can give answer because that's not the effect of the food. That's your expectation from the food.
Yes.
so rightly, but it comes to our connect to our mood, and it has a deep impact on our psychological state of our astral body. So you observe when you, for example, there is nothing wrong with cook very strongly, a lot of ingredients there, it's a fried or grilled. Hot process after that. And when you go for the, I will not say good food or bad food, a food which is easy digestible, your body don't need to exert more energy to digest it, doesn't take too much time. Hot process after that. This right now I cannot explain it because this is completely experiential matter. There's a huge difference. You will know that when you do fasting. Some of the others have done fasting. During fasting, you will see the first phase is very tough. Thoughts are here and there because without food, body is not able to adjust. Then there is a time energy drops. Then with little water, something you stabilize it. After that, the thought process stabilized. And that time, usually, what is the number of thoughts per minute in your mind? It drops to 70 to 80%. 70 to 80%. When you do fasting, you will see when you do the two different kind of fooding, immediately after that, you try to think of your thought process, try to observe it. You will observe that difference is there. So that's the reason. Apart from that, physiological matters we all know, so no need to discuss on that. So can we train our sense organs? That's the question. But it is yes. I'll come to you. So right now, out of sense organ, one I have selected can be. So out of 5 sense organs, what is your idea? What is the strongest which can actually travel thoughts directly? First 2 is very prominent. See. No. Okay, there can be argument on that because why you're saying no, why I'll say something else. Research proves your skin. Skin is the strongest thread out of all our substances. Second is your tongue. Smell, you say? Skin. Because that is the strongest one. Next one is our tongue. Because food is one of the big emotion for people. A lot of memories connected there. I'll explain my memories to you. So we can, Ajay, question straight, yes or no? Can we train our sense organs? Yes or no? Yes. Can we train our this sense organ? Then we'll see how. Very good. Thank you. Now, these are some childhood food habits. I'll explain my one, then I would love to check to from you. Okay. And I could get these pictures, I was very happy this morning in office. So in my childhood, when I was in 4-5, this was first one was my one of the very, I would say what, like childhood craving, Nakuldana, do you know all? We put into, for pujas we use, it's a sugar ball basically, the white one. This is Nakuldana. That's in Bengal, it's mostly done. So my mother used to do puja, and my job is to take that in pocket and go to play. But along with that, couple of salt biscuit. So this sweet and salt contrast, that became my craving. And that was my training. And today also I love that. Even I have two kids at home, I still love to do that. I'm trying to give them also some time, and I don't enjoy it. But that's one of these, very funny. But I'll tell you what happens with it. Ghee. Even today, that was something, my best memory in life, my childhood. Hot rice, ghee, green chili. That's it. I don't need anything. Today also, I can have my entire lunch with it. Don't need anything. That's the best part. But who introduced? Did I ask anybody? My mother told us that we need white rice, green chili, and ghee. So that I enjoy it, and then when my message, I will share that. No, it happened to me. If I would have not been in Bengal, maybe another part of the world, this item would have changed. Would have been replaced with anything else, maybe. But I could have still connected. So it's not about the item, it's just the memory I'm carrying from that. Another one, little when I grown up, first I was going office, is rice, brinjal, and green chili. Awesome. Today also this is one of my best. Now, come back to this. What is happening here? Am I still tasting it? In mouth it is not there, but when I'm talking and seeing, my memory comes back. Memory is coming back and giving me that happiness feel. That is what happens with our food. Every time you have a food in front, if it connects with your that memories, that's a good food, best food. Either it could be long back memory or short term also, if sometime you have enjoyed. But after repeated consumption of that, it becomes your favorite dish. But if you've not been in this part of the world, any other part of the world, that dish would have not been your favorite dish. That means there's nothing there in the food. It's all about, because I have created memory, all my body cells are having that memory. And that is what science also says, that every cell has the memory, not in our here. So anybody want to share something? Childhood secret, quick one. Maybe go back to your child, which still you remember. Wow, why? Why that combination? It happened. You have today also. Bread, butter, and sugar. See, sugar. That's a different combination. With butter, people take it maybe short. That is sugar. So we have this, huh? So now, moment you have that in front, you'll have a big happiness in mind. Some of collected memory, and you go back to that mental state, but you're physically staying here, right? Okay, so I'll go back. What can be done? Now, before that, are we able to understand what we're talking? Those few funny things we have spoken, but what is the bottom line? Tongue, digestive system, we have discussed that one part you can have control, one part you have control, direct control. One is we have to select lifestyle, process, so that this is stronger. But selection of food is every day, every meal, in between meals. It's a recurring process. So this we are clear that one part I have control, which is recurring every day. I have to take a decision. Another part I have to take one or two good decisions, continue, and then it will be okay. But even this is okay, if this daily 5-6 decisions are not correct, then I'll keep suffering. That's one. Second is food is all about memory. Food is emotion also. but I will say it's more memory and than food itself. That's the reason from different part of the world. Food is different and they crave for that. So we become happy. Now I'll give you few steps, practical steps, which can actually help you to train your tongue. Eventually, you will enjoy the benefit of it because the moment you train your tongue, you become conscious to select the food. And when we are at any kind of health center, not only in Indus Valley, whenever you're in health center, you have taken a conscious decision to come. But then your this old perception about food, memories about food, doesn't allow you to take that as a new routine, new regime. That is where we suffer. And who can adapt that very quickly, get the better result. That is, as an organization, a team, we say to all of you, you spend time, money, energy to come here, get the best out of it. Rather than giving you anything in the world, we are trying to give you something, connect to your body, connect to your constitution in the body, learn, adapt, go back and practice. Now, go back to practical practice. Pratyahara is one practice in yoga. Teachers can teach you when you're a little longer time. That actually helps you to learn how to be the sense organs from the objects around you. All the sense organs. A good practice of it for a little bit time, 3-6 months, you will start having the control on say yes or no to any sense organ calls. So we have to say sometimes yes, sometimes no. Yes, also required because fighting is not the right way to lead a better life. Chitta Vritti Virod is not good. So learning this process, which teachers can teach you when you get about their classes, that will help you. Now, some targets required. What happens? We think, okay, I want a good life, good health, happiness. That's very gross, very big. You don't have any specific and tangent target for that. If you have a target of for your health targets, anything, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year maximum, 2-3 phases, that will give you mental strength to say yes or no to the food. Today we talk about food. Target should be very tangent, time-bound target. It can be muscle power, it can be strengthening only back muscles, okay, curing any challenge you have, or any kind of sports you want to involve. Right? So some health target should be there with you. It can be glow of your skin. Moment you are conscious about that for 10 days, I can tell you 11th day, automatically you can say no to many things, which you know it will not help me in getting my skin glow, and you will start adopting, which will help you to skin glow. You will start carrying a water bottle to have 2.5 liters every day. As an example, right? So some tangent target. Select the activity which actually challenge you physically. There are many activities we do, but some activity, because the first effect of the food is not physical, then it is. So if you have adopted something in your day-to-day life, any kind of activity, let's just you have and you have lift, and you said no, lift no for 1 year. Doesn't matter what. Now you're coming back from office, coming back from market, carrying something, but you said no to no. Then you have to climb. The next day you will think, now every day if I have to do it 1 hour, better I start getting my muscles stronger, you develop some exercise for thighs, lower back, maybe reduce little body weight. So that will give you a mental boost too, because some reasons we need. Without a reasoning, we cannot be strong to us without a proper reasoning. And that reasoning is more your time bound and tangent, much better effect. Practice first. Beautiful. Very quickly you get a control on your senses. Is good. Half a day good. If you can do like basically early morning to evening only with water, then light one time food, and then next morning only you have food. There are many ways of fasting. Doctors can suggest. Always consult your doctor according to your medical parameter you should do. But fasting gives you a very, very good control without any expenses over your sense organs. Why? Because this is the strongest, second strongest sense organ in. And saying no to food gives you a lot of mental power back. It says is Swami Shivanandaji one book is there, Power of Thoughts. It says every time, let's say you like coffee or tea, without anything this, you decided I will say no to coffee today morning, but that is your regular habit. Moment you can say no for 5 minutes, you fight and then you come back. Immediately you get a mental power, which we cannot basically count it. Another day you do that, another part of mental power. So by saying no, 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 no to these cravings, you actually increase your mental power. And that power, when you go and give something to say yes, the entire power goes to there with your mental intensity. So fasting can give you a beautiful result, instant result. If you start doing regularly, you will see your mental power is gone 3-4 times, and you will not be agitated with heat, not cold. It's okay, I can adjust. But now, little temperature can agitate us, but that much mental strength comes into. Ask questions to yourself and your dear one about some most like food and reason name. That's just an exercise. So here we time out when you okay, which food you like? Most of the cases you will see what I explained in the question. First few slides, that is memory. I'm just having it for 20 years, so I like it. Maybe I like that sweetener taste or bitter taste. And more you do that conversation, so this theory will be clear with you. Food is all about memory, nothing more than that. So there is no one who cannot, who if they want to change their food habit. It's all only their memories are stopping them to change. Nothing is stopping them to change. Okay? So, but I have some relief for you. It looks heavy. You go back and you cannot have many things. So take home will be, 80-20 rule. So it's a beautiful rule which applies to many areas. So take home will be 80% eat to live, which is the conscious rule. Another 20% you allow your sense to indulge. And slowly, if you can do that much, slowly this percentage will change automatically. You don't need to fight. And never fight with your sense organs, my request. It will come back with threefold, and it's proven thing. So if you can do 80-20, 80%, let's say in a day, 80% yes, 20% I allow. So out of entire food, how many kgs, and little bit is for me, which I want to respect my memory or all the fantasy, fine. In a week also same, 80-20. Slowly you will see that it's very easy to adapt to good food. It will be, you will be very open to accept changing the taste of the food. Many times when we are very fond of the food, if it is little bit here and there, whether it's a hotel or somewhere we go, we feel no, they are not good. But after doing all this practice, we'll accept it. It happens. If I need to be, I'll cook myself, or I'll go to another place, but it's okay. Sometimes taste changes. So your adaptability will increase a lot, and you will suffer very less only in this particular region, which is tongue versus throat. Okay? So that's my end of the slide. Any other questions I can take, any argument? Otherwise, we close here. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. When you say consciousness, so is there any technique to be conscious of something can be different? Conscious of senses, conscious of but if there's an object, we can be conscious of something. But in consciousness, is there a different technique?
That is what I just now. Have you gone through from the first slide? Okay. These are the what to do. If you can do this 5 for at least 1 month, it will be very clear for you how to be conscious. Okay? Now, what to be conscious here is, we're talking about topic is tongue versus colon. That is where we're focusing. So, should we only think of tongue only whole day? Or I'm saying 20% to dance, 80% for this part. Because end of the day, that is what's going to keep you alive and kicking for whole life, not this. That's the main area. How to do that? These 5 steps. More asking question to yourself, as I given my childhood memories, that is good. But it's not that everything is very good for me. You know, the brinjal fry is with deep oil in Bengal, so it's like a fish fry, chi and all. I like that. But can I have that whole day? No. Or every day? No. Sometimes I ask my mother, okay, cook it. You want to have. That is my conscious selection. Now, if I'm overwhelmed with this crave, I need every lunch and dinner then. There are many people without non-veg or without some particular thing. I cannot have lunch, I cannot have dinner. Without coffee, I cannot have my breakfast. So that's a craving and surrendering. So what I'm saying is surrender 20%, 80% to the control, so that you can take your conscious decision in life in terms of health. Thank you. Have a good day. See you again.